How could this have happened here? Of all the capitals, of all the nations on Earth, none more vigilant, safeguarded, prepared. Was it vanity? Bad luck? Or something more sinister? One thing is beyond question. This is where we push back. This is our defining moment. If we fail, our nation falls. We are the free world's last line of defense.
Anytime, we're jumping right into it. We're going to show live exclusive gameplay of The Division 2. I have with me Mattias Karlsson, right? Producer.
Mattias Karlsson, yes.
And Christian Panner, game director and producer respectively. How you guys doing?
Excellent.
Yeah, you
Super
excited?
excited.
Amazing. Well, congrats on the exciting reveal at the Microsoft conference and obviously the amazing news during the UB conference. So today, to our left, we've got Yannick Bonchko, comm dev on The Division 2, and 3 other devs from the massive development team. They'll be showing a 4-player co-op tackling a control post. And Yannick will be walking us through a little bit into his strategy. But first of all, I wanted to ask you guys, what are we going to see here?
Well, this is, first of all, actually the E3 demo that we're showcasing here at E3.
So people can play this at the LAC, at the Ubisoft.
If you're in LA and you're going to E3, you can play what they're playing right now. So
That's awesome.
really cool. So this is a tiny little slice of the world in Washington, D.C. in Division 2, right? This is actually, they're on their way towards that same crash site that we saw in E3.
Right, the
Microsoft brief, yeah.
Yeah, the crash of the Air Force One. Except
Exactly.
right now, it's happening at a different entry point than what was shown at the Microsoft conference. Am I right?
Exactly.
And so obviously the big reveal was the setting, Washington D.C., capital city of America. Christian, I want to ask you, what was the reasoning behind that? Can you tell us a bit more?
Yes, absolutely. We were very excited to showcase that yesterday in our reveal and to show more, of course, today. We had multiple options. We investigated multiple options, but for us, Washington D.C. felt like the natural choice for 2 obvious reasons. One, of course, is the seat of power in US, and second, it's also the home of the headquarters of the Division.
Right, the HQ of the Division agents,
Absolutely.
right? That's awesome. And I can see there is no more snow nor ice. Can you tell us a little more about really the timeline from the Division to the Division 2?
Yes, absolutely. In Washington, D.C., we are now in the middle of the summer, 7 months after the events in New York City. So the summer, the season, allow us to showcase a vibrant city where nature is now taking over the city.
It's beautiful. Hey, Yannick, can you do just like a pan? Oh, I guess you're in action right now, but just like the pan of the city here. I mean, obviously, it's beautiful in its own way. It's got character. Yannick, why don't you tell us a bit more on how you plan to tackle your playthrough?
Try to, spread around actually, so, we can have a bit of a tactical approach to things and not just like face tank. So that's, we'll see how that plays out.
I think we should pay extra attention to Yannick.
Yes,
Judge him
exactly.
harshly.
Please.
And just judge him.
Don't
no
judge me.
pressure.
I've been judged for my hand wave already earlier, so.
Okay, so Mattias, Christian, I played some of the Division. I haven't played hundreds of hours like the thousands of players out there. If there was a few things you could say about the Division 2 that new players should know, what would you say?
The list is long. I mean, we're very excited, both as gamers at the office and as devs, right? Of all the things we refined, tuned from the Division 1. Everything from the combat to refining the RPG.
Right.
So there's a lot of that, but also a lot of new things. So I think where they are right now, the open world is one of them. It's first of all 20% bigger than the first game, New York. And it's very, very faithfully recreated, almost one-to-one with the actual actual DC, right?
That's amazing. And sorry to cut you off, but Christian, you mentioned, so you guys chose Washington DC. I'm curious, did the team take any trips there to kind of really get an authentic recreation of Washington DC?
Absolutely, we had multiple trips after we chose this setting, and we met with different architects from the city, with urban explorers, with artists from local artists
that's
to make sure
awesome.
that everything, it's looking beautiful in the game.
So people living in Washington DC can kind of walk around and try to find their homes. you know?
Absolutely. Although this
Or
is an
iconic.
interpretation of Washington, our interpretation of Washington DC is going to be a
Right.
bit more, let's say, with more nature into it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then also this open world in the Division 2 is very much alive. We put a lot of love, sweat, and effort into
Right.
creating this living world system where not just the enemy factions of the world spread out in different areas, right, but also the civilians that you're fighting to help and protect. They're all doing things in the open world dynamically.
Oh, that's awesome.
So they're acting on needs for resources and goals of what you're trying to achieve, not least to control these key strategic locations like this control point here by the crash site. This creates a lot of movement and
Right.
activity, and ultimately things for you to do as a player and surprise.
Right.
You don't know what's going to happen around the next corner.
Absolutely, a lot of gameplay opportunities for the player to kind of pick and choose exactly what it is that they want to do. And so right now, they have reached the control point. I take it. How
Yes.
you doing there, Yannick?
That's fine. We are kinda, we all enter from the same area. Actually, we just try to rush into it, and we are pushing our way through. So far, it's fine, but we have the tank coming now. So
Oh well, good luck with that. Matthias, so what faction are they playing against right now?
They're playing against a faction called the True Sons. Nasty people.
Nasty people that they should get rid of.
Yeah.
And so I know another big reveal, big new feature that was mentioned during the Ubisoft conference are the specializations, right? Can you tell me a little more about that?
Specializations is really adds a new extra layer and dimension to Endgame, where you've been going on this incredible journey through the game, through the leveling game, the campaign. You've been growing in both power and capability.
Right.
You've been getting new skills, mods for those skills, weapons and gear, etc. When you get to Endgame, you're presented with a choice of how do you really truly want to specialize.
Right.
First choice is the signature weapons that we saw in the conference, right?
Right, and I think it's important to note, I think that these specializations, they're not like roles that a player kind of sticks to. They can
No.
kind of choose to grow which skill tree, am I right?
Absolutely. Each one of them is a progression track in itself. It's not just a signature weapon. And this signature weapon, is important to note, it sits on top of the rest of your toolbox. You're not
Right.
changing something out, you're gaining more things.
Right.
And then, very much along the lines of the design philosophy that we have, you're growing capability. So you can progress one specialization all the way, then the next one, and the next one.
And then you become the ultimate
exactly.
player.
You get full flexibility to
And you're gonna need to become that because we also announced today that for the first time in a Division game we have raids,
Oh, yeah,
which
that's
are
right.
absolutely incredible challenges. And
That's
if you are not
8-player
prepared for
co-op?
it,
Is that it?
absolutely, it's up to 8-player co-op, and you need to be prepared for that. It's gonna be very hard to tackle that challenge.
That is very cool. Yannick, how are we doing here?
like that, I'm
Like
just
that?
blowing stuff up with my grenade launcher.
Have you been
So-
downed yet?
So Yannick, you're playing the demolition specialization, am I right?
Yes,
Can
yes,
you show
demolition
us
is
what's signature weapon you've got equipped there?
Yeah, I got that. I got that nice grenade launcher here, and so I get to make a lot of very nice explosions.
You get to blow shit up.
Yeah, like that.
And our other massive developers here, I believe, are playing Survivalist and Sharpshooter. Am I right?
That's correct.
I don't know if we can get the player, the audience, to see the skill set of the other specialists. I believe that's the Sharpshooter. Am I right?
That's correct, yeah. So the demolitionist that Jank is playing has the grenade launcher, which is all about radius, controlling
Yeah.
an area, creating mayhem,
Yeah.
flushing enemies out of cover, getting several of them in the blast at the same time, etc.
Absolutely.
Whereas the sharpshooter has this super powerful sniper rifle, 50 cal, that can penetrate several targets. So you can find, your angles and line them up. And this feature that we have very prevalently in Division 2 on the enemy archetypes, the weak points
Right.
that are associated with the enemy's special abilities.
Oh, it's great.
You can pelt all of those coming in and out of the target.
Looks like Yannick actually did it. He
He
captured
did.
the control
You
point.
did it!
Congratulations.
Yay, congrats.
That's surprising, I would have to
It
say.
is surprising.
I feel like he didn't do as good during the rehearsals, but I feel like the pressure has cost him to up his game. All right, so if I think we're done taking over this control point now. Yannick, why don't you come join us over here?
It's really directly fulfilling that fantasy of like, I really want to go in that kind of role and
Right.
I want to like grow more and more into it, especially in endgame. And so I think this is going to be something that Division players are going to love.
That's awesome. So let's check in with Think Pan over here. I think she may be trying to tackle the control point in a different way. I mean, and it's something that you can do in the division, right? You
Right.
can kind of really tackle any challenge the way that you want with the playstyle that suits you.
Right, and so it's important to note that what they're playing here, this is not a mission. Right, this is just one of the many open world activities that you encounter when you're out and about exploring the world. And that's another aspect of DC being a fantastic setting for us. That it's like, for people who haven't been there, it's a very diverse city
Right.
in terms of its different biomes and districts. We have almost jungle-like nature up around the Potomac, and then these big, wide open spaces of the mall really lends themselves to open area combat like we saw, where we can really think about, okay, how are we going to approach this situation?
Right, how to strategize exactly with like your team of
Exactly.
co-op players, or I mean, you can go at it alone if you wanted to, right?
You can play everything in the Division,
Yeah,
if you so will.
That's awesome. I mean, Yannick, I think we've got some questions from the community.
We've got a couple questions. We have XX Insa XX who's asking us, is the DZ coming back?
Absolutely, we're gonna have Dark Zone in the Division 2. It's gonna be a revised version of the Dark Zone, and it's gonna be ready at launch.
Revised as in
Nice.
As in absolutely fantastic.
The best Dark Zone ever. All right. We also have a session who's asking when does the beta start and how to sign up to it.
What we try to do with the beta is that as long when we get closer to the launch, we want to be very, very prepared. And so closer to March 15, we're gonna be able to give you more details about how when we're gonna start the actual beta plan.
Okay, but you can sign up now.
You can sign up now, right? Exactly. thedivision.com/beta. Register now.
You're such a pro. You're so good.
And so, what kind of presents you guys have at E3 this year? You've got the booth, the Ubisoft booth, where people can play the demo that we're showing right now. And I believe ComDevs have some live streams on the Tuesday and Wednesday as well.
Yes, we're going to start our live streams tomorrow. We are going to be streaming for like 2 days, total of like 14 hours of live stream. We're going to be showing more of the demo. We're going to be sitting down with some of you guys, showing people from the team, showing people from the community. We have a lot of things coming.
Amazing. And so you mentioned a closed beta. People can register right now. Where is it that they can register? Is there a website?
I will say that again.
Do you register?
It's the specialization is a whole progression tree that unlocks special things for your character, including exclusive skill mods. So it's really something quite special.
So talking about skill mods, actually, because you see a few in the trailer as
Yeah.
well, is like the drone. What kind of...
Basically. So bam!
See, this is the thing I want to talk about. There's a lot more weak points in this game, because before you would either like target the head for as much as you can or other areas. What kind of other weak points are players going to expect to come against?
So this is part of our effort to really bring more intuition and
Yeah.
reactivity to shooting and combat. So not only have we reduced kill times for you, but also for the enemy, so they're more lethal too. But they also have better reactions, better animations, and weak points, which rewards precision shooting. And we try and highlight that in the gameplay walkthrough too.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited about the setting, because Division was originally set in Manhattan itself. This one is actually trying to get ahead of like it breaking down and having the tribes kind of take control of the region. So what kind of story can players expect in Division 2?
So we're not going into detail about the story, but you know, I'm going to ask you one question.
Okay.
In the most fortified city in America, maybe the world, how can you explain that it was lost?
This is the thing, 'cause you see at the end of that trailer, all right, it's when they're all sprinting together, all right, are you guys ready? Let's
In the whole industry, you know, the guys working at Massive and in the other studio,
Yeah.
phenomenal. So we've created that relationship, and that relationship is incredibly precious because it helps us bounce ideas off
Yeah,
people
of
who
course.
play the game, who are passionate about the game. I met a guy yesterday, 4,000 hours on PC, 4,000 hours on Xbox.
He's got 8,000 combined hours.
8,000 combined hours. I don't have that. You know, that's a job.
That's every detail of the game. Now, he must like know every little inch of Manhattan.
It's scary. You may have seen all of almost the symbolism of being pure America. There's so many more environments to explore compared to New York. From nature to governmental sites and that strict, very powerful, brutalist architecture almost, to the suburbs of Georgetown.
You know, being able to have like a truly 360 approach to some open navigating the narrow streets of Georgetown.
We still released shooting mechanics, but you can imagine how that is tweaked. And your cover maybe is a fallen log.
And also there's going to be, of course, difference in which factions are present as well.
The enemies that you'll be facing all have whether it's the country or their little fiefdom, you know, a few blocks, that sort of control. The enemy that we're featuring in the E3 demo, and these are, you know, the bullies that you had at school that used to push people around. They're people who really, and their vision for the future of the States is one of tyranny, and that has to be stopped.
And creating emergent activity and a surprise for you as a player.
So of course we'll still have, but settlements are key locations. These are the locations where civilians are trying to rebuild. And by helping those, now the three signature weapons that we're talking about today are the crossbow, the 50 cal sniper rifle, and the grenade launcher. So it's really about giving the option to the player of going deeper into a playstyle and choosing exactly how they want to play. Doesn't mean that they're mutually exclusive. You can mix and match. You can choose a 50 cal sniper rifle, unlock some of its advantages, and then decide, okay, I want to go to...
We really want Endgame to be for everyone. And we're making sure in the Division 2 that it's there, so that if you really want to challenge, if you really want to compete, it's there for you.
Every single activity that we could dream of. But we have a twist at the end of the campaign, which is a huge hook narratively and gameplay in the game. And it's super compelling. And
it's very important for us that you get to play as you like the team. That variety of different specializations, but also the different builds is going to be, of course, important. Yeah.
When the game sings, it's when you're playing with other players who know what they're doing and you can strategize. Just an entire story-based campaign can be played only by yourself or in co-op with up to 3.
Matt, that crash site is just ahead. Duke, Kit, did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Closer this time.
Charles Darwin surmised that the flower was pollen by an undiscovered moth. 21 years after
Look at this parachute. Dropped right through the ceiling. Let me see if I can get this. Oh, that'll come in handy.
So you guys are coming or what?
Yeah. Oh, Merry Christmas. Now, here's the door.
Karpinski, it's the Division.
All right, let me just talk to this guy.
Glad to see you. We got a boy here who's gonna die without his meds. Those True Sons assholes confiscated him, along with most of our drinking water. Up around
Okay,
Pinwater Station.
meet us at the
I
sinkhole?
wouldn't
Yep.
ask for help anymore.
Okay, sure.
I don't know what else to do.
Wow. Okay. Definitely from the capital. You should have a new side mission on the map.
Yeah, we're not that far.
Okay, do it after the crash site?
Sounds good. They're just ahead of us, Matt.
Hey, I see you. I'll be up in a sec.
Kit, we gotta get you leveled up.
I know, please help. I've been busy.
Toxic chemical residue detected.
A lot of loot down there.
Hey, you guys should really check this out.
Almost there. So that's the control point.
Hey, wait for me.
Crap, they have a tank.
Yep, I see him.
Don't aggro him yet.
Let me adjust my build.
Got my crossbow and chem launcher. Chem cloud out. Matt, can you flank them and get a clear shot?
I'll take that sniper on top. Wait for it. Got her.
Matt, look out! Alright, let me try to get that tank off you.
More bad guys on the other side of the plane.
Grenade, grenade!
Dude, come on.
Yep.
Matt, I need your help. Over here. Seeker mine out. Whoa! Oh, I'm stuck. Use a little help. Thanks, Matt. Oh, there's a dude rushing through the plane. Guys.
Yep, I'll see what I can do. Got him. I'm down.
Yeah, hang on, I'll get you.
I'll cover you guys.
Come on, come on. Get that weak point.
Oh crap. Matt, watch out! Sending my drone.
Thank you for the revive, Meg.
I've got this guy behind the tank.
Map of the hive, nice.
Alright, just lay it on him.
Again?
Drone down.
Now there goes his armor.
Ah! You're on your own.
Keep going.
Good job.
Level up. Level 30.
Oh, sweet. Congrats.
Alright, flare is up. Control point is ours.
Nice.
Guys wanna check out the plane?
Let's go.
Analyzing ballistic residue.
Looks
No
like a
match found.
rough landing. Jesus!
Whoa, that's nuts.
Let's check it out.
Great idea. Let's just die.
So, game plan. Take the capital back.
I think we're ready.
3, 2, 1, go, 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 go!